Well, basically, to put it simply, I'm a retired TV salesperson. I used to do audiovisual for 25 years, 30 years, high-end custom um, smart homes and things. But in 2011, I moved more into EMF mitigation when I discovered putting dirty electricity filters in customs homes was improving the performance of their equipment, helping plants grow better, and helping my customers sleep better. And then I started going to homes and cleaning up electromagnetic fields and creating healthier environments. And in doing so, I ended up working in really unhealthy environments. I was going to homes where there's high powered transmission lines outside the homes. I was working in homes with cell phone towers, and eventually got to me. So I didn't want to do it anymore. I was getting sick just spending my days in sick homes measuring them. So I I invented the Mito Meter. So the Mito Meter is actually a NVRD10. It's a which is from EnviroSense, and they're a company that makes EMF meters. But I've rebranded this one and made it to suit building biologists, a typical building biologist who where a customer that they've serviced will need a screening tool just to manage their environment after the building biologist has been, or if I've been there. So we needed a meter that we could send to someone who could, measure a new TV and make sure that the Wi-Fi is off on the TV, or make sure if they want to go and buy a house, they need something to go and measure the power lines, or make sure there's no cell phone towers nearby. So I wanted the perfect tool because buying large professional meters, buying a whole collection of large professional meters is expensive and it's bulky. You're not going to carry them around everywhere. So this one here is calibrated in Australia by me. It's not a lot of these boards make it to market. So they arrive as a board, and you'll think that'll be very cheap, but only the best boards go into the Mito meters. So it's very hard to come up with this end product. I spend between half an hour to an hour on each one. Put a little grounding pad in here so it increases electric field readings and stuff. But the whole idea is I want to help as many people as possible, and I'd love to be able to go to every mother possible and create the healthiest home for every mother. That would be my dream, if time and money wasn't an issue. So, but I can't do that. So I thought the best way to get as many mums across the line, because they're the most important people in the world, is to create a meter that I can put in their hands and give them some instructions on how to create a healthy home for their children and their family, or even find a home. So I've ended up going from audiovisual, being a TV salesman, or I was even called Sony man for a long time because I had a Sony shop for several years and had a Sony racing car, Sony company car. So people just call me Sony, but now I'm just a guru. So people come to me when they've got problems with EMFs, geopathic stress, and environmental issues, or want to wire their home correctly without frying themselves with EMFs. But I've fallen in love with this tool because I can just help so many people get across the line with the screening tool. It measures the three main EMFs: electric fields, magnetic fields, and RF. So that's what I'm about. I'm now a Mito man. I'm not the Sony man. I'm now the Mito man.
Yeah, and mito referring to mitochondria.
Mitochondriac.
Yeah.
So I'm a mitochondriac now. So a mitochondriac is someone who's fascinated by the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the body. So
Yeah.
if you've got a strong if your mitochondria is happy and on running at full, running on all cylinders, you know, you can't really be sick. You're running at full power. So I discovered mitochondrial health when I got sick around 2015, when my mitochondria took a hiding. I started drinking low deuterium water, right? 35 parts per million or something. And it just changed my life. I couldn't believe how much better I felt. So that's when I realized, EMFs and just how important it was because the mitochondria actually cycles at 100 hertz. So we live in 50 hertz in the power. Everyone lives in the 50 hertz. Well, you live in 60 hertz, but well, 50 hertz is a multiple of 100. So it's cycling at the same frequency as the mitochondria. So the electric fields is just if you can get your body out of outside of electric field of your home, which I don't know anyone who doesn't live in electric fields, not only is it going to help the mitochondria, but you've got inflammation issues that you resolve as well, and gut issues, and that's what we're going to talk about. I mean, you're the doctor. I'm
Yeah.
not a doctor. I'm a tech. So you're
Yeah.
doc. I'm tech. I'm the tech guy. But together, we could solve a lot of people's problems. And I can't solve anyone's problem as their environmental problems if they don't have any meters at all. A lot of people try and ask for advice and they don't have any EMF meters or anything. So it's just guessing when I answer people's questions about what they're concerned about in their home. Whereas if they've got a meter, I can say, oh, we'll try RF mode or magnetic mode or electric field mode and work out what's going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what I'm about. Just call me the Mito man,
Mito
the
man.
Mito tech man. Yeah.
And that was what drew me to this, because for many years I've actually been aware, even as a teenager, I was aware of EMF. You hear stories like my first cell phone. I remember it was one of those flip phones, Sanyo flip phone, and I would carry Sanyo. I remember it was way back, probably early 2000s. I was carrying it in my pocket as a teenager, and then I realized I was started getting a burning sensation on my thigh where the phone was sitting. And intuitively, I should not be keeping my phone on my body that close. Like it was doing something to me. I could not explain it. So over the years, I've intuitively felt something. Like I've slept over at friends' places. I was in the same room as the router. They just happened to keep the router there. And I was like, I cannot sleep. And I cannot. And these are the things that, as a naturopathic doctor, I'm trying to understand the root causes. And as you said, it's very hard to know for sure. Like intuitively, I know, but I also want a way to confirm. Like, am I feeling things, or am I making it up? So I think something like the Mito Meter is it's helped me understand my electromagnetic environment to calibrate my own intuition.
To confirm what you're feeling is real.
And to quantify it, like just like we do lab tests to see what's going on in someone's blood, and I can through history and through observation. I usually do a lot of hands-on medicine. I can get a good sense of where someone's body is, but that data is also just another piece of information to help make decisions. So I'm actually curious. Once when you went from Sony man, what was it that people were complaining about or describing to you? Like, what symptoms did you start to see? Just so some people have
Not
a sense.
sleeping.
Not sleeping was a big one.
That's the main one. Yeah,
And is it just like small problems with sleeping, or true like insomnia? Like what? Like, do you have any specific?
Just bad not sleeping, just waking up, not feeling rested, and just restless nights, waking up in the middle of the night, or nightmares. Like if you live in high magnetic fields, you're going to get nightmares in high magnetic fields. So sleeping's the main one. I mean, that's the no-brainer. I mean, that's where the customers will ring me up and go, David, I've never slept like this in my life. This is amazing what you've done. And that's probably that's the main one. Wi-Fi, of course, there's a lot of people who turn their Wi-Fi off, and that makes a big difference for them. Because different people are more sensitive to Wi-Fi or more sensitive to cell phone towers that are below 1 gigahertz. So some people aren't even affected by frequencies or EMFs, and they'll never call me. They'll never listen to me probably. It's always the people who just like yourself, who just notice that they felt something or feel like something's off and they suspect something. Then they're all ears, and then I can usually confirm for them that what their problem is. And as I was telling you yesterday or the day before, I had one customer who had a television that was creating dirty electricity. which went through all the house, and they couldn't sleep. And because I can actually feel EMFs like nobody else, I'm very sensitive. Because I walked into the house and I could feel the TV. Well, I could feel the dirty electricity. I said, turn that TV off because I know electronics really well. I knew that that particular brand of LG of plasma screens caused excessive dirty electricity levels to go through the wiring of a house. Said, turn that TV off, and I took a before and after measurement, and it just dirty electricity flat line. I said, I'm not going to test any more of your house. I'm going to go now. I was only there for 5 minutes, and I want you to report back to me on your sleep. Anyway, they rang back. They said the whole family, because the husband used to watch football till 11 o'clock at night, and no one could go to sleep till 11 o'clock, and they all start work early. So they rang back and they were just blown away. They said, we all go to sleep now and fall straight to sleep at 9, 10 o'clock when we go to bed. The kids fall asleep because all the kids were up until 11 o'clock until the TV was off, until the TV went off. So what I did is I put a filter on the TV, an EMF filter on the TV, and that fixed it. But that's just one example. I can give you countless testimonies of different things that I've done for different people. And sometimes you can go to a home, and it could take you a couple of days to really go through all the problems, because it's a big property, lots of problems. But then probably 80% of the time, if it's just a unit or just one, like an old lady or something, I can solve the problems within 5 minutes. I walk in and just find it. They'll go, I'm not sleeping. And just this lady's got a lamp next to a bed, right, with a fluorescent light on it, and rashes on her face and stuff. And I just show her the EMF bomb and she's created for herself when she reads at night. Turn that off, and I said, turn that off, and just in 5 minutes I'm gone. So a lot of it's common sense. I mean, really, at the end of the day, if you put yourself back in nature and then work back, so it's no different than really fixing an old car. Where you start off with a spark and work your way through to where the petrol goes. And if you want to work out if you're being affected by your environment, like if anyone's sick or suspects anything, I recommend going to a different environment. Like like if you can sleep away from your home, then why you got problems sleeping at your home? Move your bed, or sleep in a different bed, and experiment. And you'll find when you experiment, sleep in the couch in the living room, you might find you sleep much better. But then, so if you got a meter, you can work out why. And I was saying to you also before that some people don't really believe that EMFs can affect you, but I can go into their homes and show them a room that no one spends or sleeps in, and I'll show them a room where everyone spends time because the EMF's really low, and the penny drops for and the penny drops for them. They go, oh yeah, no one sleeps in that bed, no one uses that balcony because there's a tower out like 600 meters away, and go, yeah, everyone sits there, but and you, because it's really good ground and there's no EMFs, and so subconsciously most people will gravitate towards good EMF environments. Even my dog, she used to always know, she passed away, she always used to sleep on the best areas of the home. She, like in the garage downstairs. If I went through with all my professional gear and found the right spot, she would find it instinctively. Mind you, cats like negative energy, so can't really go by cats. So follow your dog. Dogs, as you know well.
Wait, explain the cat. I have a cat. My cat's actually sleeping on the chair right here. Sometimes I find her. She likes to sit on the refrigerator, which is interesting. And we talked about it. The refrigerator can be quite high in magnetic.
Only at the bottom, because where the motor
Only
is, not at the
yeah.
top.
So okay, got it. But why are cats attracted to the? Would you say when you say negative energy, do you mean they're attracted to
I like ley
non-native
lines, like
EMF?
more geo stuff, more geopathic
Oh,
within
okay.
EMF.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so more geo, not EMF. But I was just surprised at how good my dog was at finding spots that were good.
So if you don't have a meter, you entrust your dog.
Yeah, I think so. My golden retriever worked for me.